Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sohum Reactions. Peace, love, and positivity to you. Today, we're going to be diving deeper into the world of Counting Crows. We've got, a handful of songs to check out today, all from the same live at the Town Hall performance. We're going to first start off with Round Here and Rain in Baltimore and end with A Murder of One. Importantly for this reaction, I'm also going to be attempting to analyze these lyrics in depth for the songs. So for Round Here and Rain in Baltimore, I'll listen and then do the analysis. And then after that, I'll jump into A Murder of One and then do the subsequent analysis, or at least attempted analysis. So I hope the flow of the reaction makes sense, but I'm very excited for some more Adam Duritz. I love this man and his vocals. They are so fun to listen to. He is so creative. I put him in the category of like your Dave Matthews of the world, your Eminems of the world, so-called wordsmiths who are all capable of like manipulating syllables, vowels, crafting new words entirely from the ones we had before. It's all too fun to hear, and you can just simply never predict what he's going to do. So there's a lot of good things to look forward to in this video today. But before we get into the reaction, a massive thank you goes to Maxime for the reaction request and for bringing some more Counting Crows to the channel. But now, my friends, without further ado, well, let's jump into it. Also, please let me know if you guys like the new video format. Suggestions are always welcome. The question is, will he be wearing the bunny outfit?
Step out the front door like a ghost into the fog when no one notices.
Sorry for pausing so quickly. I have to remark the timing of his entry. You would never predict when Adam is going to come into this song if you're listening to it for the first time. No chance in hell.
Step out the front door like a ghost into the fog when no one notices. The contrast of white on white. And in between the moon and you,
white on white.
The angels got a better view of the crumbling difference between wrong and right. And I walk in the air.
Wow, the crumbling difference.
The rain through myself and back again. Where? I don't know. But Maria says she's
I already have chills.
And through the door I hear her crying. Why? I don't know. But round here, we always stand up straight.
Oh my god, I have so many chills running through my body.
Round here, something radiates.
This song is so good.
Maria came from Nashville with a suitcase in her hand. She says she'd like to meet a boy who looks like Elvis. And she walks along the edge of where the ocean meets the land, just like she's walking on a wire in the circus. And she parks her car outside of my house, takes all her clothes off, so she's close to understanding Jesus. And she knows she's more than just a little, misunderstood. She has trouble acting normal when she's nervous. But round here, we're carving out our name.
This is the thing about Counting Crows songs, is that like you will meander, you'll get lost in the soup of his delivery, not knowing where the rhythmic home is for an extended period of time, and all of a sudden on that round here, the entry to the chorus, you're right back in lockstep with him. It is so satisfying to kind of be brought back to a familiar place, even in terms of the melody too, for him to then start meandering again. So it's like as complicated or complex as his lyric writing relative to the rhythm is, he always finds a way to bring us back to baseline before challenging our musical IQs once more.
Around here, we're carving out our name. Look, around here, hey, we all look the same. Around here, we talk just like lions. Yeah, but we sacrifice like lambs.
It's making me tear up, man.
Around here, she's slipping through my hands. Yeah. Sleeping children better run like the wind. Out, 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 out of this lightning dream. Oh no, mama's little baby better get herself in. Out of the lightning. She's us.
Oh god, I'm already feeling everything, and I haven't even had a moment to like talk about the cool instrumentation in the back because Adam is just such an overpowering vocal force. Like all of my cognitive resources just go to him, and then the way I just feel in my body, like I literally have no more emotional space for other instruments right now. Love it, love it, love it.
She said it's only in my head. She said, I don't know it feels like it's only in your head. But it doesn't feel like it's in my head.
Oh my god.
It doesn't feel like it's in my head.
It's like he wants to break apart.
It doesn't feel like it's in, doesn't
Oh my god.
Doesn't feel like it's in my head.
Listen to his voice like breaking. He's so delicate here and is still breaking with emotion.
It doesn't feel like it's in,
It's not just quiet to be quiet.
Doesn't feel like it's in my head.
Oh.
So she said, did you think that you would...
The delivery on head there. Oh, it's so broken.
So she said, did you think that you were dreaming? And I said, no. I didn't
Oh my
think
god,
that
the
I
slide.
was dreaming. So I said, so I just wanted to come true.
Pedal steel for the win, man.
All I need is you. She said, no, don't you think you're just dreaming? And I said, no, I don't think that I am dreaming. So I said, so I just wanted to come true. And all I need is you. But this circus is falling down on its knees. And the big top is just crumbling down. Look, it's raining in Baltimore, 50 miles east.
Oh, so is this the transition?
No one's around. I need a phone call. I need a raincoat. I really need a big love.
So I haven't heard, just some context here, I haven't heard Raining in Baltimore or A Murder of One. I heard Round Here before, so let me know just how smooth that transition truly was, because I could sense it because of the lyrics, but if you didn't say Raining in Baltimore, I might not have picked that up.
I need a raincoat. I really need a big love. I need a phone call. But these train conversations, they are just passing me by. And I ain't got nothing to say, except, you know, you get what you pay for. But I just had no intention of living this way. I need a phone call. I need a raincoat.
I'm just perpetually cold. This reaction just chills running up and down my body.
I need a phone call. See, there are there's things I remember. There's things I forget. I miss you. I guess that I should. But you know, it is 3,005.
I love it. I mean, sorry to pause it there. I'm so engrossed by how like casual his delivery is. It truly is just conversation through song, and the amount of sing-songiness versus conversation is just the dial that he moves up and down. It doesn't really it doesn't really make sense how good someone can be at doing something like this. It's true expression. It's like completely, what's the word? It's complete free association with the self and the emotions that he's feeling. Whatever this song channels within him, I feel it as a result of his performance here.
It is 3,500 miles away. And what would you change? What would you change if you could? Nothing. So I need a phone call. Or maybe I should just buy a new car.
Oh, he's thinking it out right there.
Baby, if I listen real hard, and I wish it was a small world, 'cause I'm lonely for the big towns. Hey Dan, I'd like to hear a little guitar.
Oh my God. This is perfection.
I think it's time to put the top down. It's time to put the top. I think it's time to put the top. I think it's time to put the. Yeah. I think it's time to put the top down. It's time to put the. I think it's time to put the. I think it's time to put the. Nah, I think it's time to put the top down.
This is like every Corvette owner.
I think I really need a phone call.
Every prisoner, I need a phone call, right?
I think I need a phone call. No, I got a raincoat somewhere in the sun hall. But there's a girl on a car out in the parking lot.
Maria.
And she says, hey, man.
Is it her?
Come on. Just take a shot. She says, can't you see me? Can't you see me? Can't you see that my walls just crumbling down? Can't you see my walls went tumbling down? And did you see the moon's not spinning around? And did you see my sky went blue, black, brown? And can you see that my sun's now flashing around? And can you see me? Can you see me? She said, can you see me?
Chills once again.
I said, no. There's a girl on a car.
Wow.
Says, man,
Great re-entry.
Can't you see my walls just crumbling? And then she looks up at the building and says, hey, I'm thinking of jumping. She says she's tired of life. Well, everybody's fucking tired of something.
Wow. Wow.
She's always on my mind. And man, nobody makes us wait. Round here we stay up very, very. I need a phone call, I need a rain coat, I need a sunburn, I need a gun, I need a gun, I need a phone call, I need a raincoat, I need a sunburn, God, I need a God, I need God, I need a. She lives alone on her private archipelago with her palm trees and her seashells. And she sits in the waves all day. She says she's scared of dying. Well, I'm scared of dying. So she sends a boat out on the sea with a little note from me. It says, why are all the girls so hungry? So why are all the girls so hungry? And why are all the boys so lonely? And why can't anybody see me? Why? Why? Why?
Oh.
Why? Why?
Oh my God.
Here's my friend Charlie.
I feel like I gotta collect myself, dude. Oh, for the love of God, man. This is something else. It's chills, dude. This is like an easy like 9 something. 9.56, I don't know. That's like the immediate thought that comes to my mind. I love Adam. I love him so much. He is such a human. He is such a real person. He puts himself out there, and it's in such a vulnerable state. He's just emoting, feeling, expressing all of it, you know? That is, to me, above even his performance, like vocally, the lyrics. That is like one of the things that like initially drew me in to the Counting Crows, and what keeps me now in tears watching this performance. Just the way that he allows himself to use the word crumble on that stage. It is everything. It is a version of like visual body doubling, where like if you have like ADHD, you may know what I'm talking about here, but body doubling as a concept basically has to do with if you have issues with like executive dysfunction, just being with somebody while performing the task will make it easier for you to go ahead and do it. The pressure of that task being solely on you isn't going to be felt anymore, even if the other person body doubling with you isn't doing anything to tangibly contribute to the task getting completed. It's still all on you, but just them being with you is the comfort. So my point is, watching Adam express, I feel like he is my very virtual at the moment body double for helping me express my own feeling. It's remarkable what one brave soul can do for the world. I love his performance. I love the melodies in these songs. I love the congruence of the electric guitar in the moments where the rock emphasis and the emotion from the guitar needed to shine through. Then the moments of the drumming picking up steam where it would help us kind of recenter, again, like back to that baseline of rhythmic understanding. But it's all centered around Adam for me. So at this point, before we jump into A Murder of One, I'm going to attempt to lyrically analyze both Round Here and Raining in Baltimore, and see just where all that emotion came from. So he starts, step out the front door like a ghost into the fog, where no one notices the contrast of white on white. So I feel like it's like a feeling of being invisible to the world. I'm the ghost, I am white. The fog itself, it's gray, it's white, translucent, whatever. and I vanish. Even though I've left my home out of my privacy into the public eye, I'm still invisible. And in between the moon and you, the angels get a better view. Wow, it's so poetic. It's so beautiful. Of the crumbling difference between right and wrong. Because, like, when I'm in this, like, homogenous feeling of no acknowledgement of feeling invisible, there are angels that exist that see what is what, that understand the veracity of my own feeling of invisibility. We're never truly invisible. It's a feeling that we start to believe is reality, and then that becomes a very hard thing to kind of unlearn. We are all as invisible or visible as we'd like ourselves to be. I think it's a perspective shift, but in this song, it's all invisibility. Well, I walk in the air between the rain, through myself and back again, again, rain. That's the slant rhyme. Where? I don't know. Maria says she's dying through the door. I hear her crying. Why? I don't know. How do we interpret this? Between the air and rain, so I'm like in the stratosphere somewhere, just flying around trying to discover myself. And Maria's, she's going through something. So it's like I don't understand what's going on within me. I'm on this I'm on this process of discovery, and Maria is also doing poorly, and I don't know why either. There's just multiple things going on now. But around here, we always stand up straight. Around here, something radiates. This, to me, we're like jumping to a sort of separate and maybe ironic context. I would say the standing up straight, it's like you are using your physicality to help change your own mental belief. Like there's that whole thing of if you smile even though you don't feel happy, well, by proxy of you physically smiling, your physiology responds in kind, and therefore you become, a little bit happier on the inside too. So maybe it's something similar. We stand up straight to kind of give ourselves that confidence that we are no longer invisible, because I have made myself visible. And the confidence to make yourself visible is the rep in favor of, feeling more confident once again. It's self-fulfilling. Maria came from Nashville with a suitcase in her hand. She said she'd like to meet a boy who looks like Elvis. She walks along the edge of where the ocean meets the land, just like walking on a wire in the circus. I love doing that on the beach, just like riding that wave, not getting my I have like leg hair, so I don't want to get all of my leg hair too wet because then the sand just sticks to all of it. So I'll just like walk that little fine line. I love this description too. Like, who would ever think to combine ocean, sand with walking a tightrope wire in a circus? That's wild. She parks her car outside of my house and takes her clothes off. She says she's close to understanding Jesus, and she knows she's more than just a little misunderstood. She has trouble acting normal when she's nervous. It's like all of the different aspects to what makes her her. She is a kaleidoscope of a human, as we all are. And so with all of these wrinkles, with all of these intrigues, we learn about her. She's she's like on her like spiritual journey. Here she's like not well, I guess this part seems pretty literal. She's not well understood, but she's cognizant of the fact. But she's a human like the rest of us. And then by proxy, presumably she thinks the narrator, Adam in this case, looks like Elvis. So round here, we're carving out our names. Round here, we all look the same. Round here, we talk just like lions, but we sacrifice like lambs. Round here, she's slipping through my hands. I love that this song is so fluid, like even just comparing structure. This is the chorus from before, and now we have a 5-line chorus here. repeating on round here, but the like fundamental Lego block, the round here is the bit that is the chorus. So it's a very interesting way to almost like make the song itself dynamic, even though it's still structurally like a chorus. Kind of gives you more flexibility to add way more to the chorus itself. So I feel like these are the memories of the love. We all look the same, like we're, all invisible in some sense. We talk like lions, but sacrifice like lambs. So we talk the talk, but not necessarily walk the walk. We're still kind of shackled within, stifled. Whoa, oh, sleeping children better run like the wind. Out of the lightning dream. Mama's little baby better get herself in out of the lightning. Sleeping children, how does this fit into the story? Sleeping children better run like the wind out of the lightning dream. Because I think we're also combining some of the imagery from before where Adam himself is like flying in this stratosphere. So he himself is the sleeping child trying to escape the lightning dream. So it's like dangerous as he traverses the uncertainty of his invisibility. Mama's little baby better get herself in out of the lightning. Get herself in. So get back to some safety. She says, it's only in my head. She says, shh, I know it's only in my head. That's the problem, man. A lot of these like lightning storms, they feel external, but often they maybe once were external, but we have in our own like bodies reinforced that belief. But the girl on the car in the parking lot says, man, you should try to take a shot. Can't you see my walls are crumbling? Then she looks up at the building, says she's thinking of jumping. She says she's tired of life. She must be tired of something. God, it's so heavy. She's very complex. She's also very hurt, very confused, and she's tired. She's in a very vulnerable state, like talking about all of this stuff openly. It just tells you like once a lot of like the walls that we have up come down, this is the honest truth behind a lot of what we feel. But through our lives, we kind of like go through it like zombies, not actually looking ourselves in the mirror because it's so scary to have thoughts like this. Round here, she's always on my mind. Round here, hey man, got lots of time. Round here, we're never sent to bed early and nobody makes us wait. Round here, we stay up very, very, very late. This to me, at this point in the song, feels like limbo. Like true limbo. The place between heaven and hell where you're just perpetually existing, getting to ruminate on your thoughts, not having an end in sight, not knowing what's going to come. Wherever you go seems like the place to be, but also when you get there, there's nothing there for you. Like round here, round wherever this fog is, almost can't escape it. But we get all of these perks, and that's like the little fun twist on it. It's like, oh yeah, we get to stay up late, but that's what a kid would, appreciate. And not that you can't be a child if you're an adult. I feel like we can all, access that childlike state within us. But sometimes that regression can be more of a cope rather than something that helps you align with your former selves. Because even though like I'm 29, I still have the pieces of Sohum that were truly me when I was 5 years old. That stuff doesn't just vanish. Even if every cell in my body is replaced after 7 years, Sohum of old is still here if I allow him to be. We end off, I can't see nothing around here. You catch me if I'm falling. You catch me if I'm falling. Will you catch me? Because I'm falling down on you. I said I'm under the gun round here. I'm innocent. I'm under the gun round here, and I can't see nothing round here. God, it is such a bleak song, man. Because like I didn't understand a lot of these lyrics logically as we were going through the listen of the performance. It was just like I was so focused on his like delivery, his emotions, the melody, that this whole story as it was kind of like being sung, I wasn't getting a lot of these details, but now like going through it, it's even more powerful. Unbelievable. Let's get into the raining in Baltimore section here, and then we'll jump into the next song. The circus is falling down on its knees. Oh, perfect. So we get that circus imagery from before. The big top is crumbling down. It's raining in Baltimore, 15 miles east where you should be. No one's around. So the circus, I believe, is referring to Baltimore, the spectacle of this huge world. But the circus is also the comical aspect. It's not just entertainment. There's a slight caricaturization. Is that a word? Of of urban life, of things that are grander than us. I need a phone call. I need a raincoat. I need a big love. I need a phone call. It's the distance. I need us to communicate. I need to also weather the storm of our lack of communication as I try to exist in Baltimore. And as much as I feel like it could be a literal song about Baltimore itself, Baltimore to me is probably a metaphorical stand-in. And the reason Baltimore may be used could be because Adam or any member of Counting Crows themselves has relation to Baltimore. These train conversations are passing me by, and I don't have nothing to say. You get what you pay for, but I just had no intention of living this way. The train conversations, that's cool. Because you're waiting at the subway station to get on, but they just don't stop. I'm ignored. But I don't have anything to say anyways, so it's fine. You get what you pay for. But this is not what I had in mind for myself. So he had loftier aspirations, whether it be conversationally or otherwise, but somehow life hasn't panned out that way. I need a phone call. I need a plane ride. I need a sunburn. I need a raincoat. To me, I love the way he writes choruses too, because it's like the complexity of all of the different things that we could want at different points in time. It's not just like, oh, I will always need a raincoat. I will also want to be sunburned. Like I want to experience the gamut of life, not just the rain in Baltimore. I get no answers and I don't get no change. It's raining in Baltimore, baby, but everything else is the same. That's interesting to me because my gut instinct is like, how can everything else be the same? Everything else changes too. It's not going to perpetually rain in Baltimore either. There's like baked in assumptions into these environments that we're inhabiting that in reality don't necessarily remain true. But maybe the lack of change is referring to like the loop that one can find themselves in rather than the specific environment themselves. Because if your environment changes but the thought process within you remains the same, well, did you escape your environment? No, you just brought your baggage to the new place. So everything else as a consequence stayed the exact same. These things I remember and things I forget. Oh, there's things. I miss you. I guess that I should. 3,500 miles away, but what would you change if you could? It's like this to me like was the kind of giveaway that it was more of like a maybe long distance thing. But I don't know, because I've taken this interpretation a number of ways already. I need a phone call. Maybe I should buy a new car. Can always hear a freight train, baby, if I listen real hard. And I wish it was a small world because I'm lonely for the big towns. I think it makes sense too, because now if I think about it, there's more. Let me finish these lyrics here. But I was going to say it pairs well with the first track. I'd like to hear a little guitar. Oh, he actually has that lyric. I guess it's time to put the top down. I need a phone call. I need a raincoat. I really need a raincoat. I really, really need a raincoat. I really, really, really need a raincoat. I really need a raincoat. That's awesome. Here, I feel like the part of the first song that we were talking about as related to invisibility kind of gets addressed in the second track, because I'm lonely for the big towns. I wish it was a small world. And the thing is, like, the world can be small to you. Like, we have the internet. We can access each other instantly. We can make friends with anybody we meet on the street. We have free will. We can do all of these things. And yet we are in a period of time where statistically we are the loneliest we've ever been as a society. It's truly tragic, and I feel that loneliness too, don't get me wrong. And I have a reaction channel with 50,000 amazing fans. This is such a hard thing to reconcile, because on the surface we know that, well, we have a lot of these opportunities and we should be grateful and we shouldn't feel lonely, yet we do. And then weirdly enough, we can try to like gaslight ourselves into thinking, oh, we're not lonely. We're just feeling X, Y, and Z. But no, we actually, in addition to all the things we're feeling, are also feeling lonely. And there are, many mechanisms or explanations as to why that's the case. I have my own conjectures as well. There's probably a number of theories out there already. But I think the relationship that we have with ourselves can often, in many ways, be broken. And that almost invariably results in a level of loneliness that can only be reconciled from within rather than outwardly. And when we address what's happening internally, then the outside world opens up to us and actually gets a lot closer, and the world kind of shrinks. It becomes more accessible. Kind of reminds me of like the kind of things you'd hear people who really espouse like manifestation. They'll discuss these ideas of like the law of attraction, and if you embody the version of yourself that is, let's say, more confident and self-assured, then necessarily the opportunities will come to you. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about these two tracks. I know I had a lot to say. I don't know if I have one through line for both of these songs, but I just love the way that Adam kind of strings them together. Really, I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference had I not known that these two songs were different. But let's just jump into the next one here. Give me a second while I figure this out. Okay. This is A Murder of One. Kind of reminds me of the production you might get on a U2 album.
Step right up. Blue morning, wrapped in strands of fist and bone. Curiosity kidding, it doesn't have to mean you're wrong. You can look outside your window, he doesn't have to know. We could talk a while, babe. Or we could just take it nice and slow. Let's go. All your life is such a shame, shame, shame. All your love, just a dream, dream, dream. Well, are you happy where you're sleeping? Oh, does he keep you safe and warm? Or does he tell you when you're sorry?
The sorry there.
You are wrong.
The points.
I've been watching you for hours.
So expressive.
It's been years since we were born. We were perfect when we started. So where have you gone?
We were perfect when we started. So where have you gone?
Such a shame.
Wow.
Shame, shame.
Chills again.
Your love, just a dream, dream. Well, I dreamt I saw you walking up a hillside in the snow, casting shadows on the winter sky as you stood there. Yeah, it's one for sorrow and it's two for joy.
Oh, what a vibe here.
Four for boys.
I don't understand how that slowdown came to pass.
Yeah, it's one for sorrow and it's two
Oh,
for
right
joy.
there.
Three for girls.
Kind of like a halftime
Four
feel.
for boys. Five for silver. Six for gold. Seven for a secret never to be told. Well, there's a bird that nests inside you, sleeping underneath your skin. And when you open up your wings to speak, I wish you let me know your life is such a shame, shame, shame. Oh, your love, the dreams, the dreams, the dreams, just a dream. Open up your eyes, you can see the flames, flames, flames of your
Peep the flip phone right there.
wasted life. You should be ashamed.
Different era, man.
Don't waste your life, and I won't waste my life. Don't waste your life.
Don't waste your life. What a
Don't
message.
waste my life.
Don't waste my life.
You don't wanna waste your life. No, 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 no. And I don't wanna waste my life. You don't wanna waste your life. No, no. And I don't wanna waste my life.
I love the energy in this track. Jesus. Change. One of the hardest things in the world is change, man.
Hanging on. You're all that's left to hold on to. Just you. I'm hanging on. You're all that's left to hold on to. And there are jaguars in Mexico.
Jaguars in Mexico. Oh, the squealy on that.
Farther south and
Well, maybe less of a squealy, more of just like feedback that's being leaned into. Let's hear it again. It sounds like a seagull at the end. Oh, I love how it just thins out
farther
too.
south than I'll ever go.
You hear these flittering notes in your right headphone.
My life is somehow filled with squirrels and 10 million beautiful girls.
The ambience in these songs.
So, hello, my sweet orangutan.
Hang on, my sweet orangutan. Kind of like
Tourist.
a Dave Matthews style lyric, right? You have like the songs about like proudest monkey and referring to ourselves as various monkeys.
Hello, my sweet orangutan.
Hang on or hello, my sweet orangutan?
Doris Day is on TV again. I apologize for everything. Hello, my sweet orangutan. So I went out and I bought a gun in North Dakota. Yeah, and I got this girl in Minnesota. And you know that I would ride her like a Mustang. If I could keep my eyes open, if I could keep myself awake again, if I could, so I said, hello, my sweet orangutan. Look, Doris Day is on TV again.
What is Doris Day?
I apologize for everything. Hello, hello,
The bending is perfect.
hello, my sweet orangutan. I said hello, 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 my sweet orangutan. Hello, hello, hello. Look, Doris Day is on TV again, and I apologize for everything. Hello, hello.
Oh, it's building up, yeah. I could sense it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry now. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry now. I'm sorry. I am sorry now. Well, I have been to Paris and I have been to Rome and I have gone alone and I am all alone. And I have been to Paris and I have been to Rome. I come to New York City and baby, I am home. And I am not alone. I am not alone. No, go on, Aaron, take it.
Oh my god, his guitar is glitching. Giving me like Derek Trucks vibes. Oh, and this is giving me like, I don't know, Pink Floyd here. It's all blowing up. Oh, nice. Oh,
See ya.
brilliant. Brilliant. Wow. Kind of like an alien-esque outro there, and then the piano to round it off. What a crazy performance. That seems like the end of the set list. Oh, gentlemen, boys and girls, ladies, everyone, I'm gonna do my best with I guess the recap of this song, and I'll do my lyrical analysis here too. God, it's just huge, like, and I can't even call it like anthemic rock, because even the feel of rock here is different than your typical rock band, but it is massive. It is arena. It's just I can't use arena rock because I feel like that implies a different subset of the rock bands out there. This is Counting Crows through and through. They have such a distinct sound, and I love that in this song in particular, they use a lot of the effects on the guitars, in the keys, everywhere to enhance the kind of craziness. Depending on which band you like listen to, they're gonna amp up or down more of the production effects, and I find this really cool. But if you track like the evolution of a band's discography, oftentimes, this is my conjecture, you will see that that band becomes more and more experimental with each subsequent album. My perfect example of this is Avenged Sevenfold. From where they started to where they are now, there have been so many cool little steps taken, but if you were to just take point A and point Z and compare, you'd be like, this is not even the same band. Anyways, cool production in this song, massive outro, love the false endings there, love Adam screaming out. I don't know if I like this song's melody as much as I do Round Here and Raining in Baltimore. Like, if it's a strict comparison between these two, I would say A Murder of One, for me, probably gets like what did I put here? This is like a 9.5. I'd probably give A Murder of One maybe like a 8.3, something like that. That's like the gut response I have. Let's see if doing the lyrical analysis part shifts my initial rating here. Wow. So starting, blue morning, wrapped in strands of fist and bone. Right there's so much to unpack. Curiosity, kitten, didn't have to mean you're on your own. So blue morning, like blue sky, but also blue, like sad morning. Wrapped in strands, so you're wrapped in strands of fist and bone. Fist is like, to me, symbolizing violence, and bone symbolizing death. So you are wrapped in these kind of, at the very least, like negative thoughts at the jump, in the very first start of your morning. Then curiosity, kitten. Then I think of the expression curiosity killed the cat. Doesn't have to mean you're on your own, which I really like that a lot. That's something that I wish I kind of learned early on in my life and didn't have to teach myself as an adult, because I've always been a very curious person. I want to learn more about this world, but I also really need help sometimes, even though I have a hard time asking for that help. So having that curiosity, not knowing the answers to everything, but willing to extend your hand for that help, is a necessary first step. But to do that, you have to realize you're not on your own, because there are people who want to help, you know? You can look outside your window. He doesn't have to know. We can talk a while, baby. We can take it nice and slow. I'm curious who the he is here. Could be like a domestic violence situation, and he doesn't have to know that you're going through this, and we can talk about the things you're going through together in our privacy. I'm like a confidant. All your life is such a shame, shame, shame. All your life is just a dream, dream, dream. Because the reality of your life, shame, it's a shame. It's not what you wished yourself to have. And all your love is just a dream. You've romanticized the relationship. And interestingly, I actually read this initially as all your life is just a dream, which, if we took it that way, would imply that everything that this person is experiencing is a bit of a daydream. We aren't actually contending with the truth anymore, because the truth would be too hard to swallow at this point. How can I reconcile the terrible conditions at home? The only way to do it is to not have those conditions by always kind of projecting myself into this dream world. Well, are you happy when where you're sleeping? Does he keep you safe and warm? Does he tell you when you're sorry? Does he tell you when you're wrong? Like, is this a home for you? Is the real question here. Well, I've been watching you for hours. It's been years since we were born. Almost just like what would you call it? It's a tautological fact. Like, the fact that we're here means it's been years. We were perfect when we started. I've been wondering though where we've gone. It's like, just through the short while knowing you, I can see that you're going through a lot, and it sucks because I know that we were both perfect, innocent children at the very beginning. We didn't have all of these traumas, all of these issues that now ail us today. Where did it all go? The repetition here. Well, I dreamt I saw you walking up a hillside in the snow, casting shadows on the winter sky as you stood there counting crows. I love it when bands reference their own name. So the dream I have for you, the vision, the thing that I want for you to have is to be out and about, out of that home, in the snow, casting your shadows on the winter sky. Like, let your presence be so felt by the world as you stood there counting crows. And the crows, there's got to be a symbolism, because I can think of, like, in my English classes, the symbolism of like ravens. I don't know if there's something similar with crows, but then I think of the group of crows like a murder of crows. So the idea like of murder of one seems to, there's like a logical link between those two ideas that I'm having trouble finding. There's a murder of crows, a murder of one. I am a murder of crows. Is that the implication? I am the crows. So you stood there counting crows. You're counting your something, counting your sorrows. Let's think. Let's keep going. So 1 for sorrow, right? These are like the representations of the crows. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for girls, and 4 for boys. 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for a secret never to be told. Wow. To me, this is like the prison of the mind. She's kept herself there. Because if she spoke it aloud, maybe those circumstances wouldn't be the case anymore. Maybe, the police would be involved, or someone would come to her help. But there's a bird that nests inside you, sleeping underneath your skin. Yeah, when you open up your wings to speak, I wish you'd let me in. And this is the part where I think like the crow is her. I think it's some kind of manifestation of the self, where the crow, you think of like a parrot, right? They kind of just mimic the words being spoken, but you're not actually having true communication with the parrot. In a way, the crow is also speaking for her, but instead of being kind of to herself, please open up and share your inner world with me so I know what all is going on, because I care for you. All your life is such a shame. All your love is just a dream. Open up your eyes and you can see the flames. You can actually see the devastation around you that you've been sleeping your life away from. Of your wasted life, you should be ashamed. It's interesting to flip the shame onto the person, assuming that they're the victim in this case. but you should be ashamed of having wasted the life that you had the opportunity to build. Interesting. I have a very like interesting relationship with shame just in my own personal growth and journey. So like I have like I don't know how to put this. Like I have felt a lot of shame in my life, so I don't like it when others are shamed for things. Yeah, you don't want to waste your life, baby. You don't want to waste your life now, darling. Baby, now, darling. You don't want to waste your life. I think that repeats all the way through here, actually. Change. And then this is just the declarative single word thing to do. Change, change, change. It's so hard to change, man. Change requires pain. Change requires confrontation with the self in a very truthful and earnest way, one where you show yourself grace, but you also have to allow the former parts of you to perish. You can't keep the same friends. You can't keep the same beliefs about yourself. You have to change those for the better. And maybe it's hard for you as the individual in that situation to understand what that change needs to be, but that's when the external voice of somebody who cares about you can help show you a light. That's why I think he wishes she would let him in, to show her the light. I walk all along these hillsides in the summer, beneath the sunshine, no longer the winter. The season has changed. I am feathered by the moonlight falling down on me. And just notice here, structurally in the song, now we're using a lot of I's. So I think either the perspective has shifted or, and now we are, like the narrator has shifted, now we're in the woman's perspective, or now it's from the helper's perspective, more literally. I'm feathered by the moonlight falling down on me. I said I walk along these hillsides in the summer beneath the sunshine. I'm feathered by the moonlight down on me. Wow. I didn't catch this in the performance, but this is to me like a reaffirmation of what's occurred. So it's like I'm experiencing these great things, like this is the description of the experience, and then here I am outwardly stating that same experience. It's like a separate thought I have is when we journal, oftentimes the time for me, I'll say, the times where I've journaled the most is when I'm feeling the worst about myself. But why am I not journaling when I feel the best about myself and my circumstances? You know? And if I affirm those positives when they occur, then I have positives to now look back on. It's not just a negative thought journal. You know what I mean? I said I will walk along these hillsides in the summer beneath the sunshine. I'm feathered by the moonlight falling down on me. I said I will walk along these hillsides. Just again, reaffirming, and then just the spamming of change here. Yeah, these are just powerful songs. And it's like he wouldn't even need to have lyrics for these songs to hit as hard as they do. And the fact that he has them, and the lyrics, they're so poetic, they are so at times obtuse, but they really touch on a lot of what matters to us as individuals and the things that we're afraid to confront. He does so very, very bravely. I want to repeat once again. It's just so fun to go through Counting Crows. Their work is just mind-bogglingly good, no matter which way you slice it. So I think I have shared enough of what I think. Please let me know all of your thoughts about these tracks, about Counting Crows, in the comment section down below. I really hope you all enjoyed the reaction today. If you'd like to request one yourself, as always, the link is in the description box below. It's the best way to support my channel. But as always, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.